Something that we haven't delved into much up to this point is women's body hair. Having it, waxing it, hating it, loving it. Our next presenter, Allegra Oxborough, will delve into the topic through her personal experience with the movie Human Nature. Please welcome Allegra.
Hello. So this movie, Human Nature, I didn't discover until last year, even though I'm a really big fan of Michel Gondry, who directed it. And I knew almost immediately that I wanted to analyze it and talk about it and create theories about it, because it made me feel really differently than I feel after I usually watch movies. So if you were to just Google Human Nature, you would come up with the IMDb description. That makes it feel like it's just a funky, quirky rom-com, and it's like a love triangle with these crazy science people. But that's not the experience I had with this movie at all. For me, this is a film about a woman coming to peace with herself. And the character that undergoes this transformation is Lila. And she's played by Patricia Arquette. And so I'm going to take you through sort of some of her scenes with the hair story of my life through 5 themes in Human Nature. So the first is a sort of origin story. And I was just talking to my friend who's here. I don't know if other women experience this, but I at some point realized that I had a lot of hair that I wasn't supposed to have as a lady. And it wasn't just pubic hair and armpit hair, but it was on my belly and my face and all of these really bad places. And so it kind of went like this.
It's hormonal. Nature is a funny and complex thing. It could get worse with time.
By the time I was 20, I looked like an ape.
So it wasn't quite that extreme, but I did have I love to pluck, and so I would just, and this was my method of maintenance. I mean, I had friends who would bleach their mustache and wax and everything, but I was just a plucker. And I've learned since that actually what happens if you have sensitive follicles when you pluck is that your body sends more blood to the follicle, which can create a thicker, more prominent hair. So by the time I was 20, I actually felt like an ape. I just felt like I was constantly doing all this hair maintenance and plucking. And then I got a little bit of relief because I went to college in the Northwest, and all of my friends were feminists, and we all just grew out our armpit hair and our leg hair and lived something like this.
I used to be embarrassed of hair, not fit to caress. Now, I'm so sure it's a blessing. I've got no need of dressing. I once thought God, a creator diabolical. He gave the nod to each one of my follicles, head to my baby toe. Now I'm free, no more cares. I've accepted my millions of hair.
Okay. So it was kind of like this magical campus time, but in the background I was always just really dreading that someone would find out who I really was, and it wasn't just the hair, but my mood swings and just all of these things that women aren't supposed to be. I was not a demure person, but I constantly kind of tried to put on this I'm a pretty cool girl. And so this was kind of my deepest fear.
I am on a work call, and I've...
Nathan, it's hormonal. Oh, I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Is my girlfriend a man? No. But she deceived me. She has hair she's not supposed to.
So I was like being deceptive because I was hiding all of this hair that I wasn't supposed to have. So I kind of adopted this new approach to dealing with my flaws in my current relationships, which is that I'm pretty forthright about all the things that are wrong with me, and at the same time I try really hard to fix all of them. So I go to yoga and I do therapy, and with the hair issue I've found electrolysis.
Progress?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Honey, you are getting smooth, smooth, smooth all over. Smooth as a baby's butt.
Oh, I love it, Louise. Getting like a real girl.
Yeah.
I'm really trying. You know what? Louise said that I only have 2 more years of electrolysis.
That's great.
And I signed up for ballet class. Look at my nails. Like a real girl.
So this is kind of where it all falls apart, because it's really hard to be like a real girl. It's kind of impossible. I'm actually on a juice fast right now, and I don't really know why. And I like painted my nails, and I just bought this new ring, and like there's so many things that we try to do all the time to like get like a real girl. And Lila comes to this great realization in the film, where she realizes it's not her that's the monster, it's everybody else who's trying to enforce these norms on her and make her feel like a monster that she's not.
You see, Frank and I both know what it is to be shunned because of our appearance.
The attempt to force human beings to despise themselves is what I call hell. Andre Malraux.
Amen.
And I think that this message coming through a film is the most powerful thing that I took away from it, because as we're talking about tonight, what the film industry does is make us despise ourselves. And I usually come away from a film just feeling like ugly or unsexy or something, but I didn't with this movie, and I feel like it's kind of a refreshing message to come away with. So I will leave you guys with that. Thank you.
Keep it going for Allegra Oxborough.